welcome to Sports Betting Illuminated, where we play with the house and not against it. I'm your host, Ariel Miller, author of Sports Betting Illuminated, an AI-powered path to profit. Hello, everyone. It is so nice seeing you here. So excited to have you on this Wednesday Sports Betting Illuminated show. Hello, DJ Ray. Thank you for coming in so early and for dropping in my links into the YouTube chat. Thank you for all of that and for linking my Stay in Touch button so everyone can stay in touch with me and get my free daily emails. Hello, David. So nice seeing you. Tyler, hello. Congratulations on all your success in the WNBA so far. Chuck Science, good evening. Nice seeing you. Derek, good evening. And it is so wonderful seeing all of you guys. Thanks for stopping in the stream. And who's ready to win some wagers this evening? Now. That's right. Tyler has been crushing it. So if you're not following his Twitter, I believe it's Tyler_picks. You could find Tyler on Substack. I have him under my recommended readings. If you're following me on Substack, you could follow Tyler on Substack as well. So go check out his analysis. He's been writing some great articles, and yeah, I've been meaning to read the last article that you just posted. I'm so excited to really dive into that because you've been writing some great articles. I've been writing a lot of articles, and there's just a really rich community of people who like to learn and who are truly successful at sports betting over on Substack, sharing their tips and analysis, and most of it's free. You know, some of it is behind paywalls, but most of it is free. Hey, Super Crow. I feel that. I'll have what he's having in the WNBA. I love that scene. I'll have cheese heaven. Now, before we get started, I am going to kick back, relax, and get my mind right to win some wagers with this strain of the day. It is King Louis. It is an indica. It's a little bit of a hybrid, but mostly an indica. This is great for people who just want to kick back, relax, maybe feel a little bit of a couch dog vibe. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of a wind down stream, but you know what? I just ate dinner. It's already getting a little late. Oh, hell yeah. And of course I'm going to rip one for Tyler's winning streak. Of course. He has been absolutely crushing it, and I love seeing you guys win. That is a good one. That is really good. King Louis. Does that make me Queen Louis? I don't know. What do you guys think? Huh? Maybe it just makes me Queen Louis Kablooey. I don't know. All right. Definitely feel like I'm getting my mind right to win some wagers. That is a really good strain, though, for everyone who just wants to chill out, relax. Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. I also have my wine here. That's right, George. Yeah, so, you know, we have been doing really well in baseball recently. Right now, our win rate is sitting at 68.8%, or 68.6%, my bad. We've played 105 units so far this season, so doing well. We're right on track here. And our current baseball ROI so far this season is 41.6%. We are crushing it. This is a great ROI, and let's just keep it up. Let's keep it going. So, WNBA has been a little more shaky, unlike Major League Baseball. So far, we've had 3 wins, 2 losses in the WNBA, so that's a 14.6% ROI. But that's okay, we've only played 5 units. There's still plenty of time, lots of games on the board that are looking pretty interesting tonight in the WNBA. But you know what I've really noticed tonight is, like, a lot of these lines are pretty tight. Like, not a lot of movement going on. Thanks so much, DJ Ray. I appreciate you telling everyone to leave a thumbs up on your way in or on your way out, because it definitely helps me in the algorithm. It just helps me grow as a creator, so I appreciate that for sure. All right, so what do you guys think about hockey tonight? There's only one game. I saw Derek in the stream, Tyler. We have our handicapping pros in here right now. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on tonight's hockey game. I know we have Oilers playing the Stars at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, so I just kind of want to open this up to the audience. Who do you guys like? I haven't really seen a ton of action here on the board. Okay, so you're like in Dallas. Interesting. You're leaning towards the Dallas Stars in game 1. And you're taking the over. All right, that's interesting. What's the total sitting at right now? You're leaning Stars too. This is interesting. Okay. You guys have it. Our hockey handicapping experts are leaning towards the Stars. Right now, the Stars money line looks like it's sitting at minus 135-ish, heading towards minus 140 in a lot of different spots, but the Stars puck line is sitting at plus 180, plus 190 even in some spots. It's interesting. So you have it like 7, like you think it's just going to be 7 total goals tonight? Were you able to take like just 7, like 7 exact? Because right now I'm looking at the total. It looks like it's sitting over 6 right now. It looks like it opened up over 5.5, so. But the over 5.5 where it opened up at was minus 140, so it does make sense for the sportsbook to make that adjustment at the same time. The puck lines, that's good. You know what? You could get some really good money on these hockey puck lines. Like, really good plus money in the hockey puck lines, just because, I was writing about this today. It's like key numbers and like why watching these key numbers, like why it's so important, and how in hockey, like a lot of these games are really just decided by one goal. Like that's it. A majority of the games are decided by one goal. So I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, okay. Thanks for helping me. Yeah, I was reading fast, I guess, and being a little misinterpreting things. Yeah, 7-win streak. Yeah, that is huge, honestly. So I'm glad you guys are doing so well in hockey. It's hard, and these puck lines are very hard. Just because so many games are just decided by one goal. Like, that's it. So yeah. Right now, I'm just liking hearing what the pros are doing, and like it seems like Tyler and Derek both like the Stars tonight, which is really interesting. So, usually when Tyler and Derek are on the same team, typically that's a win. I mean, honestly, you guys have this hockey really locked in, so yeah, I like hearing from you guys what you guys are doing in hockey. And the NBA, I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. The NBA has been such a tight line. I've been tracking this today as well. And the Pacers are playing the Knicks tonight. I know this is a game a lot of people are looking forward to. It's unfortunately like it's at the same time as the hockey game. These are both 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern games, but this line has been just so tight. So I want to hear from you guys. I know a lot of people are just rallying behind, you know, their favorite teams here, like either the Pacers or the Knicks. I know there's a lot of like passionate fans out there, but I've been tracking this line. The spread, the New York Knicks opened up at -4.5, went to -5, -5.5. So it looked like it was trending, but then it pulled back to -5. And then pulled back even further to -4.5 where it opened. So to me, it's looking like a very tight line. Like not, it's not really making sense, like how it moved all the way out and then all the way back. Like Vegas was just moving with the money here, it looks like, and it seems like Vegas is very happy with the number that they already put out there. Okay, so you have a small lean on the Pacers over 109. Interesting. I'm just staying away from the total here in this game altogether. It's also one of those tight lines. So, interesting. Well, I know you love the Pacers, so alrighty, let's roll right into the 2-minute drill. This is going to be a fun one for you guys. So, of course, if you have any comments, feel free to leave it in the comment section during the 2-minute drill, and I'll reply back to you, or if it's longer, I will just reply back over the live stream, and that's that. So stay with me because we have some more plays to cover after the 2-minute drill in the WNBA and Major League Baseball as well. Hindsight bias. This is the deceptive belief that I knew it all along, well after an event. If you've been paying attention lately, really paying attention, and not just scrolling through the final scores of the games, you know that the sports world is buzzing about prediction markets. Head to any major conference like SBC in Florida or ICE in London, and you will hear the exact same debate. Are prediction markets the future of sports betting, or just a crypto sideshow with a slick interface? So today, just to stir the pot a bit, I am going to float a different idea. Not totally serious, but also this isn't a joke. So let's reimagine sports betting through somewhat of an old school idea, but it has real potential. Parimutuel wagering. Right now, the sports betting landscape is dominated by fixed odds books. Sharps try to beat the number, and sportsbooks push back with their algorithms, their traders, and line movement. This is an arms race, and while it can be thrilling, it can also be exhausting. A parimutuel model flips that entire structure. Instead of betting against the house, everyone bets into a pool. After a small fixed takeout, say 5%, the rest of the money is distributed amongst the winners, proportionally based on the winner's stake. There is no fixed odds, no liability for the operator, and no need for the house to take the opposite side of your bet. This format works cleanly with money lines, spreads, totals, and even player props. Bills versus Eagles money line, that's one pool. Eagles -1.5 versus Bills +1.5, that's another pool. Over under 47.5, that's a separate pool.
Each one of these pools becomes its own discrete contest. Bettors play against each other and not against an algorithm designed to beat them. The house runs the system and just takes their fair share. That's it. There are some real advantages here. There's no risk for the sports books, no odds manipulation, there's transparent pricing, and sharp bettors get rewarded, not for beating stale lines, but for exploiting crowd behavior. And legally, in many states, parimutuel systems are easier to regulate than traditional fixed odds sportsbooks. Now, compare this to Polymarket or other blockchain-based prediction exchanges. Those require counterparties and liquidity providers. They rely on automated market makers and sometimes face some regularity ambiguity. Parimutuel systems, by contrast, are very simple. You just need bettors and a pool. There are trade-offs, of course. You can't lock in your odds early. In small pools, one bettor can skew the entire outcome. In-game betting is harder without creating micro pools, and you lose one major tool that pros love, line movement as a market signal. But what you gain is a cleaner, more democratized way to bet. NFL Sundays could feature dozens of pool-based contests. Spreads, totals, money lines all run fairly. NBA prop contests could feature pools at different point thresholds for a single player. No vig, no limits, just a shared upside. Brackets, MVPs, win totals, pool-based features, this could be endless. So no, I'm not saying this is the next DraftKings killer. But if we want something less adversarial, more transparent, and potentially more fun, maybe the answer isn't just poly markets or more regulation. Maybe it's going back to the parimutuel pools.
I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope that answered your comment, Tyler. But yeah, just a fun little thought concept for you guys to start thinking about. You know, a lot of people are talking about crypto and wagering and, you know, a lot of these decentralized wagering opportunities, but truthfully, there are a lot of ways to wager out there that haven't yet been explored. And even in my Substack today, I was writing about the real need for even like a sports community, like a true sports community. So if you haven't read that article yet and my ideas for a really interesting sports community, make sure to check it out just by going to my Substack, Ariel Calista, as well, because there are just so many ways for people to interact with each other and wager other than these strict, like tight, you know, regulated bodies that we have right now. There are things that we could take just from horse racing, which has been around forever. Thanks so much, Superfro. And truthfully, for someone like me who actually looks at the lines and tries to understand where the house is taking a position on the game, for me, this is interesting, an interesting thought experiment, because then you're playing against all of the other players versus, you know, trying to align and play with the house. The house is just taking, you know, like their 5% off the top or 3% or whatever it is. It's like as you see in horse racing, you know, it does vary. But this could be something really interesting if somebody wanted to set up a system like that, like a pari-mutuel sports betting system. So something to think about, little knowledge drop. But there are so many ways to combine sports and community and having fun together in ways that we just aren't necessarily thinking about. So once you know, find new ways to combine things, it really does allow for new innovations. Exactly. I think it would be fun. It would create communities like horse racing where, um, you know, you do have to be a little more strategic. Uh, but I think it's possible. I really do. I think people could have a lot of fun with sports betting, but doing it through like this pari-mutuel pool style where, you know, you're playing against the other players. The sports books, they aren't even taking a position. They're just throwing the lines out there. And the pools are determining the final odds and the outcome of like what everyone gets paid out. And hopefully you got it right. Alrighty. Well, let me know if you guys have any other interesting ideas or, you know, thoughts or ideas on, you know, different types of gambling that you would like me to explore, and I'm happy to dive into it in a future 2-minute drill. So let me know. That was a little bit of a longer 2-minute drill. That was like 4 minutes, but it's okay. We are going to dive into the WNBA first, and then we will be talking about Major League Baseball, and I have a really fun cannabis game prepped for you guys tonight, so we'll cover that as well. But first, in the WNBA at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, the Dallas Wings are playing the Minnesota Lynx. And I have been looking at the spread here, but Tyler, I believe you said you were on the Lynx. I believe. I'd love to hear your picks as well because you're truly the expert. It's been a little bit of a rougher start in the WNBA for me, but you know what? You know what? You win 3, you lose 2, it happens. We're just gonna keep rolling and keep on going and winning like we always do. You don't have anything on that game? All right. Well, right now, I don't really have anything myself. I've been watching this link spread go from -10.5 to -12. And then it just kind of settled right at -11.5, like right there. And it just looks tight. Nothing's really moving. So I'm staying away from that spread. And the total has been weird also. It opened up under 168, went to 169, then down to 167, then back to 168. It's very confusing, but I do see a lot a lot of level 5 money on this total, but Vegas seems to be holding this line just so tight right now, and considering how wonky it's been, this line bouncing up, bouncing down, and eventually just settling right where it opens, I think Vegas is very happy with this number, and they like where they just opened this line up for the Wings and the Lynx, and they said, you know, that looks good. This is where we think the game was going to land. And, you know, despite the money like causing a little bit of fluctuations during the day, it's right back to where it started. Yeah, I think the sharps are confused right now because I'm confused. I think even the sports books are never confused. But they might even be a little confused just just how it's going from like 167 to 169 to back to 168, and then why is it all over the place? That's what I want to know. Thanks so much, Red Pill. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of games to watch, and you know what, Superfro, it's okay to take a break. So it is good though. I love seeing all these ladies play, and I just love seeing that there's really a huge growing fan base behind them now. It's fantastic, and now all of these women's sports are really starting to grow. Like I see it popping up all over the place, everywhere. There's a lot of interest. And I also think of sports betting has driven a lot of this interest. So, you know, like people like Tyler, right? Calling the dream to beat the fever, right? Everyone is betting on the fever because they love Caitlin Clark. And, you know, Tyler's been looking at it and analyzing these games and putting his picks out there every single day, like consistently. And you know what? I mean, you're part of the reason why like this franchise, why the WNBA is growing so much. People like to bet on the WNBA, and everyone I'm sure was taking the fever. So You were definitely betting against the Joes yesterday, Tyler. That's for sure. Feels nice to fade the public sometimes. Yeah, definitely. You should watch a game for sure. She is, I mean, she's truly a professional and extraordinarily talented at what she does, but there's so many women coming out that are really very talented, and I think they're all going to have really great performances this season. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Now, let's dive into this Washington Mystics versus Golden State Valkyries game. This is at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And right now, I'm just watching this money line for Golden State. It looks a little tight. It opened up at plus 200, went to plus 164, then back up to plus 168, then back down to plus 165. It's looking a little tight, and I'm not seeing an overwhelming amount of, super sharp or Joe money in any direction here. So I don't really have a play in this game. I'm just staying away from it. Oh, thank you. Gotta have my little bit of rosé at the end of the day. Okay, so you took the Mystics. Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, the line does look pretty tight right now, so did you take the money line, or did you take the Mystics spread? Yeah, let me know. The spread. Interesting. Okay. You have the Mercury? Yeah. That was the one play that I saw that I really liked today. Yeah, it looks like the Mystics are sitting at -4.5 right now, everyone. Just so you guys know what the spread is looking like, and looks like the total is just kind of sitting there as well at 162-ish. So yeah, all right. So you have the Mystics and the Mercury today. I'm on the Mercury as well. I like hearing that you're on the Mercury too, Chuck Science. This was my play of the day that I liked early. And Tyler caught it much earlier than I did. I did not catch it at like -2.5, but I did catch it at -4.5. It's sitting at -5. It's kind of just sitting there right now. I think it's kind of hit its equilibrium point, but it is a consensus. It is a consensus pick. So I love that. When we have our consensus picks, they never lose. And oh, Brian, it's so nice to see you here. I didn't know you were here, so thanks for popping in. That is a consensus WNBA pick. There you have it. Okay, we are all on the Mercury spread. All right, let's see them crush it tonight. I'm excited because when we have our consensus plays, they just never miss. They never miss. They literally have not missed at all last season. I mean, we only had 8, but they all hit. I mean, that's like an A++ on a test. Alrighty, so I was thinking we would have a fun little cannabis game, time to sit back, relax, and I call this game high or low stakes. Whoa, whoa, that was a big hit. I got some water in my mouth. I might have filled the bong up too much. Okay, that was some powerful weed. I am going to be reading off some of these statements, and you guys can let me know in the comments. That's sorry. George, I guess I got a little carried away. I might have overfilled my bong a little bit. Sometimes that happens. I feel like stoner life. Everyone has gone through this, right? You overfill your bong, get water all over your face. I think I need another cannabis hit just to get everything started on the right foot, right? Okay. Alrighty, much better. Now, let's play the game. Have the perfect tie every time. Would you rather have the perfect tie every time, but forget what you did after, or remember everything from your high, but it's always slightly disappointing? Which one would you rather have? High or low stakes, guys. High or low stakes. I'm gonna take another cannabis hit. Getting water all over my face, that was a little stressful. Oh no. Okay, so DJ Ray would rather be high every time and just have a perfect tie and forget what you did after. But no, Chuck Science would rather remember everything and stay disappointed. Oh no. I think I would. Ooh, I don't know. This is a tough one. I don't know, like if it's always slightly disappointing, then that's not fun, but also not remembering what you did every time. I think I would rather have the perfect tie every time. Because even if you don't remember what you did after, it's still perfect, right? Hell yeah, you feel the same way, Ryan. Perfect high every time. Okay, would you rather be so high that you forget how to use doors, or only be able to enter rooms by announcing "time to get high" in a cartoon voice, like that, like in a cartoon voice? Like, have you guys ever been so high that you just forget how to do something? So get so high that you just completely forget how to use doors, or do you want your announcement into the rooms like "time to get high, oh my gosh. You will choose a cartoon voice for certain. Oh no. Versus like, "I'm trapped in this room." Cartoon voice, definitely. Okay, we have a lot of takers for the cartoon voice. A groundhog cartoon voice. Oh. I dig that. I dig it. Did they use a cartoon voice for Groundhog Day? I don't know, they should. Okay, another cartoon voice for sure. You could just break your way through the door, no problem. Okay, no cartoon voice for you, no announcement. We're just breaking through the door with our heads. That's funny. They should. Puxatawny Phil. Okay, would you rather be banned from using grinders ever again, like to grind up your weed, grind up your stash, or only be allowed to smoke via an apple bong? Like, apple bongs forever, like, you know, hollowing out the apple and like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Or never be able to use a grinder again. I would probably have to say for myself, I would go with never use a grinder again. Like, I hardly ever use a grinder to begin with. You're going with the apple bongs. Can't live without the grinder. I feel that. I feel that. Sometimes you just have that grinder that you've had for years that just works flawlessly. All that keef built up in the bottom. Perfect. That you're saving for a rainy day. Apple bong. Oh my gosh, a lot of people are going for an apple bong for life. You know what though? I tried apple bong for the first time recently. It was quite yummy, very delicious, tasty, like fruity. So I would do it again. 10 out of 10. I would need a coffee bean grinder. Actually, that is what I would use in my warehouse when we were pushing out, I don't know, like 100,000 cannabis products, sometimes 40,000 cannabis products to 100,000 cannabis products in like a weekend. Ariel's apple bong. That would be like a cute, imagine if it was like a little glass bong or something too, like, so you didn't have to throw it out. That would be so cute. Okay. 1 gram of the best bud ever, but you have to smoke it with your ex. Or mids with your dream celebrity, like mid-grade weed, but it's with your dream celebrity. So what would you rather do? It's true. Industrial size grinder. But you could get away with a coffee bean grinder for some cases until you start scaling up. Mids. You know what? I like mids. Okay, I feel it. We're not going back to our ex to smoke the best bud ever. We'll take the mids with our favorite person any day. I agree 100%. It's just weed. Okay, now last one. You're gifted a year's supply of THC infused cupcakes. But they all taste faintly like NyQuil. Or no cupcakes, but you get a lifetime skip the line at every dispensary. Okay, so edible cupcakes for life, but they taste or maybe smell a little funky. Or you get to skip the line at the dispensary forever. Well, I gotta admit, as someone who actually basically did have to skip the line pass at the dispensary in Vegas, like all the dispensaries in Vegas basically have like the short line for like the medical card people, but because it's a recreational state, nobody goes in with the medical cards except for me because I know it's a short line. So I go in and I skip the line, and then people are like yelling at me, like other customers, because they're pissed off that I'm skipping a line. But it's not like nice. It's not like they're yelling at me because like I look good in like my heels and my dress and I'm, skipping a line because I'm a medical card holder. It's like more like attack. Yeah, NyQuil cupcakes, but it is an edible, and like edibles just come in handy sometimes. You're going with edible cupcakes, Chuck's Lions? Okay. You're gonna skip the line. I hate NyQuil. Yeah, it does have like a weird, I feel it. Okay, so your friends like me, you just skip the line when you have the medical card. It's great, isn't it? Like, I don't know. People in real life are, I don't know. whatever, I don't know, I think people are just sometimes unhappy in like their own personal lives, and then they try to like make other people unhappy. But that's not really on you. Like, they should get a medical card themselves and skip the line, you know? But I understand it's kind of like one of those, like, it seems unfair, like, policies that Nevada has, but the rules are the rules, and I'm just following them. So, yeah. Yeah, I like the edibles. I don't know, this is tough for me. I would have cupcakes, like I would have a cupcake every day. That would be good, but I don't know. If it tasted a little weird, it would be hard to eat, like probably after the second or third day. So, yeah, I think skipping the line forever, it's pretty good, but I haven't really had to wait in too many lines, so I guess I guess I'm pretty fortunate there. All right, let's get into some of our last plays of the day in Major League Baseball. And I really want to talk, oh my gosh, this game is starting in like 1 minute, about the Mets versus Red Sox game. Right now, I'm looking at the under here. It opened up under 8, minus 110. Right now, it's sitting under 7.5, minus 112. It does seem like this under is developing pretty well. I mean, it does seem like a pretty good line movement. There hasn't been a ton of money pushing this, but it is an interesting adjustment that Vegas made here. You know, just adjusting it from under 8 to under 7.5. Really not because of a lot of money, but, you know, probably because they had, you know, better models, or they learned new information. And they're making better predictions on this game. So I do like this under in this Mets Red Sox game that's happening in just a few minutes. And yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. Did it already start, or is it just about to happen? Okay, so it's starting in just a minute. So you could still lock in that under it. Yeah, a lot of money is coming in on the over, but I actually see this has already moved to under 7 in a lot of different spots. So if you could still find under 7.5, I would say go for it, but it's already moved to under 7. So you just got under 7 even money. Okay, so it looks like the sports books have moved this out even further. Under 7 even money, though. I think that's pretty good. This looks like it's going to be very low scoring tonight. The Mets, Red Sox. Not a lot of runs. And the sports books, what's interesting about this is a majority of the money is on the over. So the sports books are adjusting this line lower and lower against a lot of the money. So that's kind of why this stood out particularly to me. And it's interesting that ever since I noticed it, it has adjusted even more to under 7 now. So interesting. Hey Chris, nice seeing you. Thanks for stopping in for a minute. I know you're working tonight, so I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. All right, so I was just about to get into my last play, and this is more like something that I'm watching, keeping my eye on. A lot of stuff in baseball is really tight today. But this is the Angels playing the Athletics, and it's at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and this game has kind of popped out to me. It's really only started developing a little bit late. It's more of a lean, more of an action play for me at this point. Usually, I love playing overs in these Angels versus Athletics games, but right now, the over in this game is not trending. there's nothing happening here where the sports book is moving it. Usually do well with the overs, but I don't see anything trending, so I'm staying away from it. However, I do see that the A's are starting to trend, and the run line looks like it's developing pretty well. I've seen the money line move, so this is starting to shift in the right direction for the A's. Seeing this all happen, it did develop a little bit late. This is something to keep your eye on. But yeah, interesting. Usually I like betting overs here, but yeah, it's looking like pretty good for the Athletics right now. I see a bit of money starting to come in on the Athletics run line. It's sitting at -1.5, +115. A lot of spots, so I've already moved it to +110. The total is sitting 10.5 right now, so I'm staying away from it. Very even money, and nothing is happening there. But even the Athletics money line opened up at like -146, sitting at -175 in a lot of spots, or -165 in spots that haven't, like quite updated their lines yet. But I saw this money line move a lot, and then, seeing the run line move as well with the money line. Something that just recently started trending, so it's looking more like a lean, but something to keep your eye on here. So keep your eye on the Athletics. Those are all of my plays for tonight, everyone. Wow. I really liked hearing your guys' input. Liked hearing what you guys were taking for hockey. A lot of people on the Stars. I'm staying away from the NBA game, but I know you had a little bit of a lean towards the Pacers, Tyler. We had a great 2-minute drill where we really explored, the potential of parimutuel pools being applied to sports betting. Just a fun thought experiment. Then in the WNBA, I was just staying away from the Wings Lynx game. But I know, Tyler, you're on the Mystics and you're on the Mercury, and I'm on the Mercury, and Chuck Science is on the Mercury, so we're all on the Mercury tonight. I loved getting a consensus play in there for the WNBA, especially this early on in the season. It's really exciting. And the under kind of looks like it might be developing there in the Sparks Mercury game as well. It opened up 163.5. It's sitting at 160.5. A little bit more of a lean right now, but it does look like pretty okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it didn't move 3 points towards the under, so looking pretty good, but still loving that we all are playing the Mercury spread. We all have that locked in. And then in Major League Baseball, I was looking at the under in this Mets Red Sox game. This has already started just 5 minutes ago, but it looks like they already moved the under to under 7. I was liking it under 7.5. But you know what? Hey, a lot of people are still getting under 7 at even money right now, so that's pretty good. And finally, it looks like the Athletics are starting to trend here, so that is looking like a little bit of a lean towards the run line, so something to keep your eye on. And those are all my plays for today. So thanks so much, DJ Ray, for linking my Substack. If you would like to explore more, really dive deeper into sports wagering and my thoughts and becoming a better handicapper, dive into my Substack. If you like my free daily emails where I give you sports information and the coaching corners, you guys will love my Substack. So make sure to join the daily report over on Substack, Ariel Calista. It is right there. Make sure to join my free daily emails if you haven't already, just by going to arielcalista.com, clicking on the button that says stay in touch, and you'll get these free daily emails that cover all of the sports and lines for the day, the sports news, my picks of the day, pictures of me every single day, and so much more. Of course, you could always reply to the emails, write me anytime, any questions, comments, concerns, complaints. I just want to hear from you. And of course, you could always contact me via my website, arielcalista, as well. But make sure to sign up for my Substack. I am doing such good writing on there. It is completely different from my emails, and it's brand new as well. So I really would love if we could all just help it grow and, start pushing it out there. We could all restock each other's posts and like each other and comment, and that really helps build our community. So I appreciate all of you guys coming to the show tonight, because you guys are all foundational to building this Sports Betting Illuminated community and helping it grow every day. When we have our shows on Wednesdays and on Saturday mornings, and you guys are always showing up day after day, coming to these shows and supporting me. And I really, 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 truly appreciate all of you for coming here, joining in, commenting, leaving your thumbs up, sharing the stream with a friend. Everything that you guys do, it really does help me grow as a creator, and it helps our community get bigger, and it just helps our sports handicapping brain get even larger. So now we all become better handicappers and we win even more. And that's what it's all about here in the sports handicapping community, is helping each other win and succeed and grow and become better handicappers. So thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you so much for showing up to Sports Betting Illuminated tonight. I will see you all on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and subscribe to my free daily emails. Thank you, and have a nice night. Good luck on all of your wagers, everyone.